Have you ever been forced to move somewhere new and absolutely hated it? Sitting in a strange bedroom surrounded by cardboard boxes, and all you could think about was figuring out a way to go right back home. Thousands of years ago, a group of people called the Israelites felt exactly that way. They had just been forced by a conquering king to leave their beautiful, familiar home in a city called Jerusalem. The Israelites were stuck in a strange country called Babylon. They were living as outsiders, far from everything they knew, and forbidden from going home. It was a terrifying reality with no clear end in sight. Once they arrived, people started talking. Some individuals began spreading rumors, telling everyone that they shouldn't bother unpacking their bags because this whole ordeal was a mistake and they would be heading back home any day now. It is incredibly hard to focus on your actual life when you feel stuck in a place you don't want to be. When your mind is completely consumed by escaping, everything else goes on pause. Jeremiah stayed behind in Jerusalem. He often spoke messages from God to the people, and now he had something urgent to say to the families waiting by their luggage in Babylon. To get this message to them, Jeremiah wrote it all down in a physical letter and sent it hundreds of miles across the ancient world. When the exiles finally opened it, the contents were completely shocking. God told them directly that the people promising a quick return were lying. They were not going home anytime soon. Instead, the letter contained a very clear command: build houses and settle down. The people wanted nothing more than to keep their suitcases sealed and stay ready to run. But the message directed them to do the exact opposite, to unpack their boxes, put away their luggage, and commit to living in this strange new place. The letter went on to give another instruction. It said to plant gardens and eat what they produce. This wasn't going to be a short trip. God revealed they would be stuck in this waiting room for 70 long years, an entire lifetime. This illustration shows how a garden actually works. You don't plant a seed on Monday and eat a tomato on Tuesday. Putting seeds in the ground means accepting that you'll wait for the harvest, and planting requires letting go of control. You bury a tiny seed and trust the sunshine and rain will do the rest. God wanted them to fully invest in their new surroundings. He told them to get married, raise children, and help the city thrive. Starting a garden in a place you don't want to be is an act of deep trust. It means deciding to participate in life today, trusting that God is taking care of the bigger picture in the background. So why would God make his people wait 70 years in a place they desperately wanted to escape? The answer was written in that same letter. It contains one of the most famous promises in the Bible, where God says, "For I know the plans I have for you." He told the exiles those plans were designed to prosper them and not to harm them. He was working to give them hope and a real future. Later in the text, he laid out exactly what that future looked like. He promised when the waiting period was over, he would heal their injuries and lead them back to rebuild the city they lost. Sometimes you and I end up stuck in seasons of life we never asked for. When things feel confusing or uncomfortable, we have a choice. We can sit with our bags packed, anxious to escape, or choose to plant gardens by being kind to neighbors, learning new skills, and helping those around us. We can safely invest in today, even when we don't understand the circumstances. Because while we wait, we can trust that God is right there with us, and the plans for the road ahead are good.